Guys, I'm going to show you the complete workflow of creating Excel data from Rhino and inputting that data into Dynamo and creating a structure in Revit using adaptive components. So you start off with your script and you want to bake that, and go to the quad panel maker. I have attached all this in the Dropbox link. What you want to do in Rhino first is, this is a poly surface. You want to explode that first. This will give you 8 surfaces, and you want to set the multiple geometry in, and this should work. You probably don't want to have too many. For the testing purpose, we won't have that many panel because it will be very slow the more you have. So don't go too crazy on it. You want to open up your Excel. Just gonna put it on my next window. Just make sure your worksheet and everything's, if you have like a worksheet 2, then you just set this to worksheet 2. Press the button, it should all come up. Make sure the data is on the first column. Yep. So it starts from number 1. You want to save this Excel file on wherever you want. I'm just gonna save on the desktop for now. You want to go to Revit and go to Addings, Dynamo. I'm just gonna, I've attached this Dynamo script in the Dropbox as well. I'm just gonna, where have I put it? This one. Oh, need to load it in first. Yep. I'm just gonna, I forgot to load the panels in. So I made 5. You can create more yourself if you want, but yeah, that's your choice. The one I made, this option 5, has some parameters. The offset one controls how far this goes up, and you can just play around with it if you want. But yeah, so you just, since this is a project, you want to just copy to clipboard, go to your other project, and then paste. Now it's in your project. Back to Dynamo. What do I call it? This panel's called test panel 5. Test panel 5. You wanna relink your parametric data that we just created from Grasshopper. Book 1 and sheet 1. And should work. Press run, wait for it. It's a bit slow. And there we go. It's doing that thing again. can select everything and flip. Notice that because the way I created the family, I only have the truss on one side. Sometimes it makes it so it's on the horizontal plane. That's why I'm gonna try this one. One and two. Let's try this one. What I'm doing now is trying to get this truss on the horizontal side instead of the vertical side. This one's called final panel. Final panel. Just gonna delete all this first. Run. Sometimes dynamo won't work, so you might just have to close the script and then reopen it if it's not responsive. And yep, now it's on the side. That's where we want. Select everything and flip. You can select one of the panel, go to edit. You can see the truss looks a bit funny, and you can just change the offset to 1000. It takes quite a while to update the whole structure. That's why you shouldn't go too crazy on how many panels you have on your structure. And yeah, you guys can just play with that. That's how you create your form in Revit. Yep, that's it.